Hello everybody. For today's experiment, we are going to do something with conductors and with insulators by creating our very own oven mitts. So for this activity, you're going to need 2 water bottles, some aluminum foil, and a pair of socks. Okay, let's get started. With water bottle number 1, I'm going to put my tap on all the way cold and fill it up with cold water. Might have to let it run for a couple seconds, make sure it's cold, and then fill it up. Okay, with water bottle number 2, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna flip the tap to hot water. You're gonna let it run for a little bit and then fill it up. Make sure you don't have it too hot that you're gonna burn your bare fingers or anything, but just warm enough, and maybe you can have an adult help you with this part too, but just warm enough that you can feel the difference between, that it's not cold. Warm enough that it's not cold. Okay, and then fill it up. Okay, now I have my 2 bottles of water that by just looking at them, they look identical. Okay, so that's part 1. Okay, part 2, we're gonna make our own mittens out of aluminum foil. So here's mitten 1. Okay, I'm just gonna fold it like that. Okay, and then down. Okay, here's mitten 1. I'm gonna do the same thing with my other hand. Okay, my 2 mittens. Okay, now this part might go smoother if you have a partner, like an adult at home, to do this. Maybe a little more fun, but you can still do it by yourself. So now that I have my 2 water bottles, I'm gonna mix them up. So if you have a partner for this, then you can have, you can make sure that your partner, your adult or sibling or whoever, mixes up the water bottles for you, so you don't know which one is which. You don't know which one is the cold water and just which one holds the hot water just by looking at it. And I'm even transferring them just by the tops, so I'm not feeling the bottles to tell. And I have my new aluminum foil mittens, and I'm going to feel each one. I might close my eyes to see, can I feel which one is the hot water just by touching them? Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes for you. Do it just using my mittens. Can I feel the heat transfer easily? I think this one is the hot one based on just touching it with my mittens. And now I'm gonna feel for the other one. Yeah, and this one to me feels like the cold one. So by touching them, this one, I can feel the heat transfer pretty easily with these mittens on. Okay, now I'm going to use my second pair of mittens, which takes way less prep work. This is socks, and I know what you're thinking, and the answer is no. I could not even find 1 pair of matching socks to do this lesson, but it's fine. It is what it is. Your socks don't have to match either. 2 socks, 1 for each hand, to make your cloth mittens. Okay, now if you had a partner at home, they could switch them up without you knowing. I'll just like do this a few times, see what happens. Okay, now with my cloth mittens, I'm gonna feel the water bottles and see which one do I think is the hot one or which one do I think is the cold one, and can I tell as easily as I did with the aluminum foil mittens. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys, this one is way harder to tell. They kind of feel the same. I was gonna guess this one was the hot one, but this one also feels hot. So with the cloth mittens, these are way more insulating because the heat is not transferring as easily to me to be able to feel which one has the hot water inside. I'm gonna take them off and then just feel with my bare hands if I was right. Okay, yeah, this one was the hotter one and this one is the colder one. But with the cloth mittens on, it's way harder to tell. So with this at-home experiment, we can tell that the aluminum foil mittens are more of conductors and our cloth mittens are more of insulators. So which one would I want to make my oven mitt out of? Cloth or aluminum foil? If I was pulling something hot out of the oven, I would want cloth oven mitts, which if you look in your kitchen, that's probably what your oven mitts are made out of. There's ways to enhance this experiment, try it differently. Maybe if you want to try with even a different pair of socks, ones that were made out of wool or really thick hiking socks, maybe if you have those at home, those are going to be even stronger and feel different against the water bottles too. So that is our at-home experiment for comparing conductors and insulators at home. I hope you enjoyed.